And we back again with another Books and Beats. I'm your host, Big O, and again, we here with our boy, Profhit, DMC.
Hey man, you know what it is. Doing what I do as I does. We back again for another episode of Books and Beats, and we bringing a special book. This is a book that, if not recommended by the person who was recommended, I don't think I ever would have heard of it, or maybe it would have taken me a lot longer to get around to it. This episode's book, The Spook Who Sat by the Door, recommended to me by no other than the great Nipsey Hussle. This book, man, it was transformative, and it gave me more insight into him, not just as an artist or a rapper, but him as a human being and idealist. He had planned on releasing an album affectionately titled The Spook Who Sat by the Door, but unfortunately that was cut short when his life was taken. And honestly, I feel a great deal of gratitude because this series that I've started, I think that I would not, or maybe it would have taken longer to come to me if not I had been recommended that book and was given the agency as an artist and a rapper to open up about my love about, reading and being an avid reader, with, great artists who not necessarily expose themselves, but open themselves and let the world into who they are. It gives us more insight. Somebody like Tupac, obviously one of the greatest to ever do it, but after he passed, finding out that he wrote poetry, that was life-changing for me. And I think, especially in the world of hip-hop and rap, it's important for us as artists to kind of let people in, be a little vulnerable. It's scary, but show people that, it's okay to do things differently. And that's what we doing here at Books and Beats. So we just gonna hop into it. Chapter 1, of course, page 4. The senator swiveled his leather-covered chair half round and gazed out the Washington Monument. This question of the Negro vote could be serious. I never thought I'd ever be in trouble with those people. We have to come up with something which will remind them I'm the best friend they have in Washington. And soon, Carter Summerfield had sat in his office all morning, worried and concerned. He sensed the senator was not pleased with his performance and could not understand why. Summerfield had sought desperately to discover what it was the senator wanted to hear in order that he might say it, and was amazed to find that the senator seemed annoyed when his own comments were returned only slightly paraphrased. In all his career as a professional Negro, Summerfield never before encountered a white liberal who actually wanted an original opinion from a Negro concerning civil rights. For they all considered themselves experts on the subject. Summerfield found it impossible to believe Senator Hennington any different from the others. He had spent the morning searching for the source of the senator's displeasure until his head ached. The handwriting was on the wall, and Summerfield knew his job was at stake. He must discover the source of displeasure and remove it. Perhaps he should wear ready-made clothes. Had the senator somehow seen him driving the Lincoln rather than the Ford he always drove to the office? It was essential never to have a more impressive car than one's boss. He told all the newly integrated Negro friends that. Had anyone discovered the encounter with the white girl in Colorado Springs when he had accompanied the senator on a trip to the Air Force Academy? He had been certain he had acted with the utmost secrecy and discretion. But he had known even then that it was a stupid move which might threaten his entire career. Summerfield took 2 galossals and a tranquilizer and reached for the phone to inquire discreetly of his fellow integrated Negro friends if there was a word on the grapevine of an opening for a man of his experience. The phone rang. It was Senator Hennington's secretary summoning him to the senator's office for a think session. Smiling, as always when in the presence of whites, Summerfield entered the senator's office, his eyes darting from face to face for some sign concerning his present status. But the looks of the other members of the staff were no longer funereal, and the senator greeted him with a warm smile as he motioned Summerfield to an empty chair, briefly inquiring about his wife and children. "It seems, Carter," said the senator, "that we're in serious trouble with the Negro vote." Summerfield frowned in sympathy and concern. "We must come up with a fresh, dramatic, and headline-capturing act on my part which will prove to my colored constituents that I'm the best friend that they have in Washington." He swept the room again with a steely gaze. Gary Cooper, back to the wall, but undaunted. "And we must do it today." Summerfield nervously licked his lips. "How about calling a conference of the responsible Negro leaders to discuss your new civil rights bill, Senator?" The senator considered for a moment. "I don't think so, Carter, to be perfectly frank. I don't think the bill will pass this session." White backlash. Page 10. "Yes, dear, by this time next week we'll have the Negro vote wrapped up again." She handed the senator his drink and rested one sleek hip on the polished mahogany of the desk. "Never take the voters for granted. Even Negroes react eventually, you know. I'd have thought the CI would have been more alert on a thing like this. If they'd had even one Negro officer, my charges would have fallen as flat as your sister's souffles. If it hadn't been CIA, it would have been someone else. We're not likely to run out of institutions to accuse of segregation in our lifetime, darling." They smiled at each other affectionately. That November, the senator won his re-election comfortably, the Negro vote accounting for more than his margin of victory.
The Spook that sat by the door. Powerful book. Powerful book. Man, lay it out to us. Where does this fit in the album? Where does this fit in the mindset of Pillaging?
The previous book, a quote, "All warfare is based on deception." And civil rights is warfare. Asking to be treated like a human being is warfare, at least in this country. But yeah, you know, hip hop has always been a driving force of civil rights, politics, and the voice of the people. So with this book and what this book stands for and the plot, I think is what relates to what we're doing and nuanced within the music indirectly.
Kind of some of the stuff that makes us want to pillage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, the album's out. Solo Mob.
Pilly La Pilla.
Chapter 1, The Pillage.
It's in stores, and we are exclusively on Adalo, ADAELO. We hope you'll support us. We hope you'll support this upcoming platform. And yeah, keep pillaging.
We out. The Pillage.
Always yearning for the next. Which artists could possess, overcome, get funds. Overcome, get funds. Yeah. complex, always yearning for the next. Wish artists could possess, overcome, get funds while I say fuck the rest. Since the king know the best, but the king can't rest till I finalize the test. Any code I suggest, I release heat, quick defeat, nothing left. Quick defeat, nothing left. Quick defeat, nothing left. Yeah, really, yeah. Highly I told, doing damage to the bottle. While quoting what I wrote, purely did the most. Never written by a ghost, I boast what I'm needing to hold. No finessing, back them off, nobody pressing. Roll the meshes, came back when nothing hurting. I know the slab working, what the ear deserving. Streets